Welcome back to the garage. Keeping with the theme of fixing the things that have been neglected around the house, I need to give some attention to the Dodge Dart. I bought this car for my son when he got his driver's license when he was 16. He's 20 now. He's already gone on and bought a Mustang GT and all that, but we kept this car as a daily commuter because we work at the same place. And we drive this back and forth because it's good on gas rather than drive the truck in the Mustang. So we hung on to what it's paid for. It owes us nothing. It's time to show it some love. It is a 2015 and it's got like 103,000 miles on it. I think when I bought it, it had 40,000. It wasn't a bad car. Actually, it isn't a bad car, I should say. But it needs tires. So we had an issue with this front tire here about a month and a half ago. Blew out on the sidewall. So we went and we bought a new tire. The other 3 tires are in rough shape. They even had dry rot on them. We're heading into winter. I don't think it'll pass inspection. Massachusetts, we need to inspect this in December. So I need to put new stickers on. I need to put new tires on it. And we're gonna do that now. And I'm gonna put you in a stand. I just wanna show you guys my Quick Jacks. These are Quick Jack 2000s, and I think they lift like 3 ton. Something like that. Oh, not 3 ton. I'm sorry, that's too much. I think they lift like 3,000 or 4,000 pounds, which is 1.5 tons to 2 ton, which is plenty to pick up a car. Let me see what it says down here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but anyway. I use these for all my ATV work and everything, and they're really, really good for doing like brake jobs on cars, exhaust. They get the car off the ground pretty high. I'm gonna set you in a stand and I'm gonna show you exactly how high these things go. All right, so they're all the way up now, and once it's all the way to the top, you lower it down until it hits the locks. That's it, it's on the locks. And as you can see, it's up pretty high. There's 2 sets of locks. There's your first set, which doesn't go up very high. High enough, I think, to get the wheels off the ground, but I'm not 100% sure. And all the way up, which gets it up to be about this height, as you can see. And that's plenty of room to get around underneath on a creeper. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pull the 3 tires that need to be replaced. I don't know if you can see how bad this tire is, but it's pretty bad. There's not a lot of tread left on it, and they're really getting dry rotted. So I'm gonna pull them off. I'm gonna drop them off the tire place and have 3 new tires mounted on. And we got some other work we need to do to this. We need to do front end work. And so let's get going. All right, I got the wheels off. And I dropped 2 of the tires off the tire shop. This tire still looks pretty good. Still plenty of meat on it. And the other tire right here is brand new because we just replaced that a month and a half ago. So we got 2 good tires. So I ordered 2 more. They're not going to be in for like 4 or 5 days because I told the guy I wanted the cheapest possible tires possible, and he said he had tires for $88 a piece, but he had to order them. And I said, sure, why not? I don't mind letting the car sit for a few days to save 50 bucks, $25 a tire. Why not? All right, so the front end's got some rattling. When you go over a bump, it rattles pretty bad. And I can't seem to figure out what it is. I took the stabilizer struts off. They're not wiggling, they're not rattling. I can't hear any clanking in them. I may replace them because I don't think they're that expensive anyway. So I may just replace them. Just a peace of mind. And this one over here, if you can see it, same thing. It's not rattling. The strut though, the strut looks like it's leaking. Let me grab the flashlight. You can see there, it's pretty dirty. So I think the strut's leaking. It might even be blown out, and I think that's what's rattling. I mean, the A-arm, we replaced the A-arm. My son got in an accident. I slid on some ice during a snowstorm, and he caught a curb, and he ended up snapping the lower control arm, and we replaced it. So it's only, this lower control arm is only a few years old. There's not that many miles on it, so I don't think the control arm's bad. I don't think these bushings are bad. I think it's a strut. So I guess let's work on getting that strut out of there. Oh, we got some brand new sneakers here. These came from Town Fair Tire. They're not fancy. Good enough for this car, and they'll give us good traction in the snow and such. So we'll get ready to throw those guys on. Now what we're doing here is we are I ordered some new end links for the stabilizer bar. A lot of times these things bang. I don't know if they're banging now. I can't quite tell, but for $17 I'm going to replace them. They're $17 each. That's short money, so I'm just going to replace them and see how this is done here. Basically, it's just a bolt up here. You guys can see that bolt there, and it is a 15 millimeter, and I've already cracked it. Basically, so that's pretty much it. There is a pull the nut off. If you have problems with that thing being rusty and turning inside the ball joint, there's an Allen socket on the end of it, so you can hold it while you crack it loose if this is really rusty. In my case, I didn't really need it. And now there's another one, another 15 on the bottom, and we're gonna crack that. This is the end link that we're going to be replacing. Here's a tech tip. When you take the wheels off, these are usually pretty corroded. The brakes are fine on this car. They don't need to be done. These are usually really corroded, and it's hard to get aluminum wheels off because aluminum and steel, they have a chemical imbalance together, and they ended up corroding really bad, and they're hard to get off. I had to use a 3-pound rubber mallet to knock these wheels off, and these wheels were taken off, I don't know, about a year ago. That's how bad it is. So you want to clean this all up with a wire wheel, make it nice and clean, and then on the rim side, or the wheel side, you want to coat it with Never Seez. And I have it all coated with Never Seez down inside the bore where it touches and all that, so that these won't bond together again. They won't rust together, and they'll be easy to get off. So if you get a flat, you're not on the side of the road struggling to get them off. I already took the back wheels off and did it to the back wheels. So again, wire wheel this and where the wheel meets, and put Never Seez on the rim, and you should be good to go. All right, guys, the new end links came in, and they're Moog. Look pretty nice, and they're greasable, which is even nicer. All right, guys, I gotta put the light bulbs in now, and this is the headlight bulb. I already swapped it out, got a broken filament. Just show you guys real quick on the Dodge Dart. It's pretty cool. They have this access panel right there, and you just pop it open and you can get right to the headlight bulb, which is pretty convenient. Unfortunately, not the same for the fog lamp bulb. All right, we got the headlight and driving light, and driving light and the headlight. So the headlights are all set. Let's move on to something more mechanical. All right, strut came in. It took about a week for this to come in, and I'll tell you what, I bought it from Rock Auto, and when I went to the local parts store, they wanted $100 more for this thing than Rock Auto did. So, you know, the week and a half's wait was worth it in my mind. There we go. Here's the new strut. pretty good. All right, so here we are. It's a little bit dark on this side of the garage, so I'm gonna have a light to help out with it. And you can see how wet, well, maybe you can't. You can see how wet it is in there. So this strut's definitely leaking. I was hoping that I didn't have to take this whole front end apart. I'm gonna try not to. The end link is already off, the stabilizer bar, so that's one less thing we have to do. And from what I can see here, we have the bolt down here. I don't know if you guys can see that bolt right there. Right in there. That bolt's got to come out, and that pinches this together onto the strut. And I'm pretty sure I got to drop the A-arm. And I'm going to have to take the axle nut off, and we're going to have to remove the brakes. I'm going to get the brake line out of here. And same deal over here with the anti-lock sensor. There we go. All right, we put new brake pads in this a while back. Still plenty of meat on these, so no issue with pads. That's a little bit on the dirty side. We'll clean that up though. Let's hang that down. All right, so the axle nut is a 36 mil. I don't know if you can see that. And I had to buy this set specifically for this car when my son crashed it and broke the lower control arm. I didn't have sockets big enough. And then I had to buy this 3/4 to half adapter because they're all 3/4 inch drive. So I'm gonna get the big boy out and we should be able to zap this right off. And that's why I love this air gun, this 20 volt DeWalt with the impact. All right, I got the ratchet going the wrong way. She ain't budging, and that's not good. That ain't good at all. All right, let's work on this for a minute. I'm gonna come back. All right, guys, that's your worst nightmare right there. The head broke off the bolt. Obviously, it's seized in there from corrosion. Aluminum and steel, they don't play well together. So I am going to have to drill that out. All right, guys, this is where I'm at right now. Just want to show you real quick. And I don't know if you can see down inside that hole. But I'm halfway through. I am to the split line. I can't really see it, but I'm to the split line right there on that clamp. And basically what I did was I went in with this drill, probably about 1/4 inch, and then this drill up until the depth of that first hole. I did it probably 3 times, 1/4 inch at a time. And the reason for that is if you break a drill off in there, you are done. You're done. Nothing you can do about it. You're not getting it out. You can't drill through a drill. So 1/4 inch at a time. You know, the odds on you breaking the big drill are very slim, but the little drills are easy to break. So basically what I did was this drill, when the drill right now is the same size as my punch. And you can see, it goes right inside the hole. You can see how deep I am right now. I'll hold my finger on it. So I'm basically that deep. And I'm gonna try pounding on that with a sledgehammer to see if I can get it to pop out the other side. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. All right, guys, here's the bolt. As you can see, I drilled down halfway through it and I was able to get it out, but man, was that hard. It's out now. All right, we're going to jack this up a little bit and try to get that ball joint off if we can. Just want to try to get a little bit of pressure off this back wheel here. I mean, this front wheel. All right, now let's see if I can pound this thing. All right, let's see if I can pound that out. Give it a couple of taps with this, see if it moves. All right, well, it looks like we got to go a little deeper now. So I need to take this support off. I got to remove this bracket, those four bolts. I'm gonna have to take the lower control arm off. I can't get it out of there, so I'm probably gonna have to take the steering end link off. It just seems to keep getting better and better. Anyway, there's 3 bolts. There's one up top here, which I already took out. There's this one, and then there's this one, and then those 4, and this support will come out. It looks like took a hit at one point. Anyway, let me get that done, and we'll move on from there. All right, the support's out, and I think now what we got to do is take that lower control arm out. All right, guys, I got the end link off. It came off pretty easy. There is a where's my wrench? There's a star on the bottom of it. It keeps it from spinning. Keeps it from spinning inside the knuckle so you can get it off. That's in good shape, nice and clean. Oh. If we break it, it don't matter because we got a new one. One side of it. Probably gonna drop. There we go. All right, let's see, the control arm's got to come out first. So let's see if we can get it a little bit. There we can. And this is probably going to be heavy, so she may go right down to the ground. But I don't want to lose my drive shaft. Not much holding that on there. Out. Ooh. That was a lot of work, but it's out. All right, fun part's gonna be getting it back in. That's gonna be the fun part. All right, let's drag this over to an area where we can work. There we go. And there's the new one. There you have it. So we'll pop that new one on there, and hopefully it takes care of all the noise. All right, I guess we're gonna pull the drive shaft out too. And these usually just push in and they snap in. And you just have to get behind there and pop them out. It's usually all you have to do. Let's try this bar here and see if this helps us out any. There we go. She's out. You can see up inside of there. Get a little bit more light on it. That's where the axle shaft goes in. And we're out. All right. And you can see I got this dry rot on the boot. It feels like there's play in that. There's play in that. I think we'll just replace it while we're in there. So we're gonna have to get on the horn and do some ordering. But we're in pretty good shape at the moment. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. So we'll do that now. There's really no suspension left on this side at all. All right, so I gotta order a lower control arm and a CV axle. So I guess I'm gonna have to stop the video here, and it's gonna be a little bit before I get those parts in, and I'll get back on this dot. I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, leaving comments, all that stuff. I appreciate it. Helps me out and helps me grow the channel. So what I want to tell you guys is this. On part 2 of this video, at the end, I am going to pick somebody who comments in this video randomly. So the more comments I get in this video, well, obviously the less chance you have of winning. Anyways, I'm going to give away a hat. And I'm going to give away a hat randomly to one of the people that comment on this video. And I will announce the winner in part 2 of the Dodge Dot. So once again, thanks for watching.